There it is. We are live, folks. 7 p.m. Thursday. We'll let a few people get on here, and then I'll introduce everybody. That way I ain't got to do it but one or two times. There's one person on here. It's giving me alert saying I need to go live. So you doing all right, Steve?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just tired.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Steve Gonsalves on the bottom right there. He owns Limit Tackle. He's out in Texas. We're going to talk about his baits tonight. And if y'all don't know the guy right there in the corner, that's Big Daddy Lawler. Getting Outdoors with Big Daddy Lawler on Wednesday night. I do the podcast on him. He's going to come on here and we're just going to talk some crappie and have a good time. And we're going to talk about some baits. And we're going to thank some sponsors here about mid-show. See if everybody's doing all right tonight. There's Holden Higgs. He's in from Louisiana. He ain't far from you down there.
Okay. Yep.
So, Steve, if somebody's got a certain color bait, I will ask this later in the show. You pretty much can mix about any color, right?
Yeah, I make anything. Most of my stuff's all customs.
So anybody that takes and say, hey, I want a blue little bit of head on the bait, and the rest of it chartreuse, you can pour that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I do anything basically. I got so many different profiles. Or if you want a color that no one even made, you can make your own design and you can name it yours. You know what I mean? If you want pink or blue polka dots, yep.
So it's not really, you don't charge any more for that. You're just
no. I just say
I've got some of your baits right here.
Right.
This is one of Steve's baits right here. Yep. It looks just like a darn shad. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
And let me show y'all guys. Here's a selling point. Guys, I get the crappie fired up on a brush pile. All of a sudden I catch a fish and the jig's tore apart, got a tear in it. But look, I'm gonna pull this bait. I'm pulling that bait. Look. Yeah. It ain't tearing.
If you don't catch a limit on one bait, then let me know. Yeah.
That's a big selling point, guys. He wants you to come back, repeat business. He don't want you to go through a pack in 20 or 30 fish.
Right,
but you make all different custom colors, Steve.
Yeah. So any color you want. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I know you're sending me some of those twin tail baits. That's a good looking bait.
Split tails. Yeah, I got a split tail here. It's a big.
Show everybody a split tail. There it is.
It's a big 3-inch.
Ooh, that's a Grenada special right there.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And then
you do the straight tail baits like this.
Yep, stingers. They're called stingers.
Stingers, okay. And you do the split tail.
I do a stinger and a 1-inch. Here's some 1-inches. I was going to send you this pack. Should I show them?
Right. Yeah.
This is a 1-inch. Little 1-inch.
Man, that's going to be dynamite right there.
Oh yeah, when the shad's real small fry.
Well, you got that coming up. You got a shad spawn right now, don't we, Big Daddy?
You use a little 1/8 number 8 hook on it. Oh, it smokes them. Yeah,
we got a big shad spawn. It's coming up. I heard some buddies of mine won a bass tournament up here and got in the shad spawn.
Yeah,
and caught some big fish. So
yeah,
you said you went and caught some fish today, didn't you?
Yeah, and this is a 3-color I do. It's the shad, and then I added a chartreuse tail.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I'm going to give away 3 packs tonight. And
you're gonna give away 3 packs. Y'all heard that, folks? 3 packs.
I'm gonna give some gold.
That man come out the gate said he's giving away 3 packs of bait.
Gold with a pearl tail.
Look at
that. And then I got a lemon lime.
I like that color now. Yeah. That's some stain water special right there.
Yeah.
There it is. Big Daddy put he put your link in the comments right there.
Okay, cool.
Big Daddy's a pro at this stuff. He's my mentor. He's sharp at this stuff.
Hey, Shane, I wouldn't say a pro. I'd just say experience. Let's say that.
I used to buy baits from a guy, and I was like, man, why don't you make them to last? He goes, why should I? I want them to come back. And as of that day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to change what I do. You know what I mean?
These are your baits. I'm telling you guys. I done this a while ago. I'm pulling on that bait.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, threading it on, trying to get the hook through it, you got to put a little pressure on it.
Yeah. I even had people say, can you soften it up? Because I can't get, I'm going to break my hook.
There's old Rusty ball. Look at there. Old Rusty's on here.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, I'll tell you as a 40-year crappie consumer,
right,
that the price doesn't matter to me. It's the performance.
Right,
I can tell you
exactly.
that. And I think most crappie fishing are like that. Ain't that right, Shane?
Exactly.
That's right. Hey, your his baits are reasonable. I bought some before.
Yeah.
John got some of his baits, and we went fishing in that private lake, and he gave me one of these baits, and I threw that. Man, I don't know how many fish I caught on it. I don't know, 40. I don't even know. These are big fish. These are pound and a half to 220s, 230s.
Right.
We were crushing them, and that's old Joe Smith. He's asking a question there. He's asked me, do I recommend plastic bait over hair jig at certain times of the year and vice versa? I do, Joe. Man, I use plastics as much as I can because to me, it's just like Steve was saying, they're more tolerant. They're not as slow falling.
Right.
I can run them on a weedless head. Like that's a Timmy Tom's weedless head right there, and one of Steve's baits right there. That is dangerous.
Yes.
It's Timmy Tom makes a great weedless head. I have to make my hair jigs, my hand ties weedless or I'll lose them. If I'm fishing some open timber, Joe, where I don't have to worry about hanging up as much, I'll use the heck out of a hand tie.
Yeah.
It's just, I just don't want to lose them because some of them, they're not cheap, but I sure don't want to donate a bunch of them to some timber.
Right.
I'm sure you're the same way.
Yep, exactly.
So what'd you throw this evening? You're bait in Texas.
Today I threw a black top with a clear belly with silver flake in the belly.
Okay.
Yep. And
That's cool.
I've been using a lot of clear bellies lately with big 60 thousandths flake in it, real big.
So it got a lot of flash with the sun.
Yeah, exactly. You know how you look in the water and you see the minnows sparkling? It gives that effect.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
I'll have to check those out, guys. Hey, that's Steve Gonzalez from Limits Tackle. Y'all need to check him out online. Big Daddy posted his link in the comments. I've been talking to him for a few weeks. Like I said, I've got some bait from him. John's had some bait from him for a while. So,
And then I also electronics dealer. I sell every electronics maker. Awesome. I sell hand tie kits for $45. You get everything you need to tie hand ties, vise, all the tools. I give you a couple threads, some feathers.
That's awesome.
For people that can't afford it, for $45, you can't beat it.
No. Well, if you want to get into it, one of my friends, Scott Mitchell, he got into doing it and started tying his own jigs, and that's interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good. Holden Higgs wants to know what part of Texas you're from there, Steve?
20 minutes south of Dallas. It's Midlothian. Yep. You call it the Southern Star. Yep. About 20 minutes. Yep. I just built a 2,500 square foot shop right at my house. Got my boat in here, got a race car, and I do my
I got you. Chad Gillen said, long time no see. He said you was on there last night. He's slab buster.
Yep, on SKs.
Yeah, that's right. We're all big sharing community, man. That's all. That's awesome.
Yep, it's good stuff.
Well, I hope one day we can all get together on one lake and go have some fun.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I just retired last week, man. I did 25 years in the Air Force, and then I worked for the government another 10.
Thank you for your service, man. That's awesome.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, we get that. We get to do all this because of people like yourself. So.
Thanks, appreciate it, man.
That's awesome.
And then my prices are $3 a pack, which you ain't gonna find it nowhere. Everyone's $5, $6.
$3.
Yep,
I know
$3.
you send me. I'd buy some. It'd be $23. I'm like, I guess that's the price. Shipping and all. So
Yep. It's usually $5 or $6 for shipping. Yep. And you can go up to like 15 ounces on that. Because the post office, anything over 15, then you have to do priority.
I understand. That's fine. Hey, that's so basically there's 34 people on here now, guys. That's Steve and below us right there, Gonzalez from Limits Tackle. He pours custom baits. I mean, he has his standard baits on his website, I'm sure. But if you've got a color that you've caught them on, like, back in the day we used to throw these curly tails and they were popsicles and all these crazy colors. So you can, if you send Steve a picture, he can match it up. So
and a lot of guys, Bobby Garland discontinues a color. Man, I can't find it no more. It's just confidence, and I'll make them.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
Like me and Big Daddy's got a certain color we throw when it gets a little warmer.
Right.
And, hey, they eat it up now.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't.
Exactly.
He gave me one. I was like, man, look at this little jig. Hey, I started putting it on them with them. So
And you can even send me your secret colors. I won't tell nobody, but I'll catch fish on them.
Hey, man, don't look in here.
I got a nice library.
That's good. Well, you got
You know,
you make you make a base for Aaron Knight also out of here, right?
Yep, Aaron Knight,
Yeah,
Eric
Eric's been on the
Cagle.
show before.
Yep, Eric Cagle won the national championship.
Oh yeah,
on my-
Eric. Oh yeah, Eric's
Yep.
one of my good buddies.
Yep.
So
And I
I
do
knew
a
you
lot
had
of
something.
micro stuff.
Hey, Shane, I don't think Eric and Aaron wanted us to even know about Steve. Do you?
that's what it is. They're trying to be sneaky.
Yep.
John, when John broke these out, I said, "Who the heck makes that?" You know, he
Yep.
said,
Yep.
that's old
Yep.
Steve down there at Limits. I was like,
Yep. Yep.
"You're gonna have to give me one." So
Yep. Yeah, and I pour jig heads. I do hand ties. Yep.
I've seen
I'm
the
a-
hand ties on your website.
I'm a beat down outdoors dealer, trolling motors.
Okay, so you're fixing to dabble in everything. You're
Yeah,
fixing to be like
Gamakatsu
Steve.
boxes, jig boxes. Yeah, I do everything.
Stephen Chaney said, "How about a light blue with purple body and chartreuse tail?" Hey, the man said he can pour it.
Yep.
So
Yep. No problem. That's easy.
Stephen, get a hold to
Yep.
Steve on
I
Lemon
did this
Tackle.
one. I did this one for a guy. It's a June bug
Oh man, look at that.
with some blue flake in it with a black tail.
See, I ain't never seen that color.
Yeah.
Golly, that's awesome.
And that flake makes a difference. People don't realize.
Well, especially when the sun's out, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And this is probably the best Alabama bait. Depends where you are. Monkey milk.
Oh
Stinger.
yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt
Oh,
about
that
it.
thing
Oh yeah,
kills them. Yeah. It's a 1.75.
I got them coming. You actually
Yep.
sent me some yesterday.
Hey, I'd like to get that monkey milk with just a little shade of blue in it.
Oh yeah, I can put that. Yep.
Fair.
Little blue. Yep.
I know what he's thinking. Hey, that's the truth now.
Yep.
Them fish down there where Big Daddy, they like blue. That ain't no lie.
Yep. What lakes do you guys fish?
It's Alabama River. We call it, fishermen call it Lake Miller's Ferry. It's actually the William Bill Danley Reservoir. It's between Selma, Alabama and Miller's Ferry, Alabama, between the
Okay.
Jones Bluff Locking Dam and the Miller's Ferry Locking Dam.
Okay.
The Alabama River, the up is what they call the Alabama River up in Prattville, Cooter's Pond.
That's where
they
Aaron
had
Knight fishes there, Steve.
Yeah,
He
that's
stays
Aaron
there.
Knight's
Oh.
territory. We ain't never got Aaron Knight down here. When he comes down here, ain't never going back up there.
That's today. He's coming down the 27th. He won't go back. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
He sure is. He'll come
That's
back.
good. Yeah.
But Texas, you're blessed with a lot of water too, buddy. Golly, you got
Yeah.
water.
Mhm.
You got
Right.
water everywhere. I was going to
Yep.
share these things. I don't know if you got a pair of these, Steve. Have you
Oh,
seen
no.
these pit bull? Man,
Unbelievable.
let me. I got in John's boat. And
Uh-huh.
He handed me a pair of these, and I cut that braid. I was like, these are surgical sharp. They're called
Oh,
pit
wow.
bull braid pliers.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shane,
Cut braid.
Send me the information on it.
It's
Shane,
unreal.
pull out some of that braid and cut it and show them how
Look at
easy
this.
it
Watch
cuts.
this, Steve. It's hanging there, right? You know how sometimes you got to pull it tight and all that stuff.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
look, watch here. Gone,
Oh man.
gone.
Yep.
It is. You got to
And the cool
see it
thing
to
is-
believe it.
Man.
It is clean. It's not.
Yeah.
It cuts it so clean when you go back through a jig head.
Oh yeah. That's what you need. You don't want to be messing with it.
I'm not
Pit
sponsored
bull.
by these guys.
Yep.
I'm just letting you fade. These things are pit bull. They're stainless.
Oh man.
Them's the baddest little pliers right
Yep.
there.
Yep. Yeah, I'll contact them and I can try to be a dealer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Big Daddy bought 4 pair of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
telling you, hey, I got scissors and I break them. You know, these are built
Right.
pretty well. They're pit bull.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dealers that sell them.
Right.
I'm not sponsored. I was just going to use this show. I use Cast King braid. It's no secret.
Yeah.
8-pound braid. Steve told me he uses Mad braid. Like I said, this
Yep.
show, we're talking about all things crappie. We're
Right.
not
Right.
saying
right.
this
Yep.
brand, that brand.
Right,
We're
right.
sharing whatever everybody likes to use.
Yep.
There's Lance. Lance, I just showed you that, Lance. That braid right there is Cast King braid. 8-pound braid. Big Daddy uses that Dextron. You can show it. That's a new.
I
that's
like
new.
that too. It's new.
Okay.
It's new, and I like the color, and I like the texture. It's a little bit more texture than that I use that you got too, Shane. But I like this Dextron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, Big Daddy posted it in there. There's the pit bull
Okay.
tackle right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be
Okay.
in the
Cool.
comments, Steve, when you go back
Yeah.
through.
Okay. Cool.
Them
Appreciate
hey,
it.
you need to sell them things. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guarantee you
How
need
much
to
was it?
add.
Like $13, $10. It wasn't bad.
Yep.
They wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
So.
They less than $15. Some people got them at $12.99, some at $13.99,
Right.
$14.99. But
you need to sell them.
I'm gonna tell you, don't buy one pair, buy two pair.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Them things. Hey, them things are slick.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's Lance was talking about he's gonna jerk some lips off. You got to turn that drag back a little bit using that braid.
Oh
Lance.
yeah.
You want to hear it give a little bit.
Right.
Because Clifford Amos Livingston wants to know the name of your store. It's Limits Tackle, right?
Limits Tackle. Go on Facebook, Limits Tackle, and you'll see it.
Limits Tackle. So you're going to be dealing beat down products.
Yep. I already
motors,
last couple of years. Yep.
electronics.
Yep. Garmin, Livescope, best deals around. You know what I mean? Yep.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
Holden said you might get a little busy after this live. Because there's a lot of things.
That's what we want.
A lot of
That's what you want, ain't it, Steve?
Yep. Just send me a message and you're like, hey, I'll send you a sample pack. You know what I mean?
Well, you said you're giving away 3 packs tonight.
Yep.
That's
Yep. And then, yep. And then,
giving away 3 packs.
Yep.
First time on the show, he's giving away 3 packs of
Yep.
jigs.
Exactly. Yep. So, and then people can try it. And what I do is I give someone a bait and I say, you judge for yourself. You know what I mean? That's
no, I'm telling you. Look, guys, I'm pulling on that bait.
Yep.
It's still there. Look, pulling on it. It hasn't stretched.
Yep.
Once you get the hook through it, it is there.
Yep. Exactly.
It's soft, but it's tough.
Yep.
It's kind of
Yep.
weird. I don't know how you
Yep.
do that, but
Yep.
I don't want to know how you do it really.
Right.
But that's interesting, man. It's
Yep.
still soft, but
Right.
it's also tough. It doesn't stretch.
I seen people with tackle bags with like 50 packs of baits in their bag. I'm like, why? You should only need like 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you got a store, or you built your new building, didn't you?
Yep. Just I'm not gonna have an
Is it
online.
a mortar store or just online? But you're
Online. Yep. I'm gonna work on a website and yeah.
Good for you.
Yep.
Awesome. That's good.
But I gotta have a little time to fish. You know what I mean?
The Limits Tackle, the links in the comments. Big Daddy posted in there, guys.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you can get a hold of Steve. Like I said,
Yep.
Steve Gonsalves.
Yep.
I said it right 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
Thank
Yep.
goodness. I've been asking him all day what his last name is because
Yeah.
I want to say something Kast and it's not.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to be respectful and say it right, but
Yep. We share the love of crappie fishing. You know, that's number one.
that's what we're all in here for.
Yep.
Big Daddy loves it. How old are you, Big Daddy?
That'd be 72 in July.
He's still giving
right.
hell, buddy.
Yep.
And my bucket list is to catch a 3-pounder before the good Lord calls me home. So I got to go as much as I can because I'm in the 9th inning now.
Yeah. I got a couple of them at Grenada last year.
There you go.
Yeah. I got one sitting right here beside me. He's keeping me company.
I want one out of Miller's Ferry, though. I want one out of my home lake. They're there. We just got Shane claims he missed one last weekend.
I lost one.
Man.
I don't even want to. I'm through talking about that. Sunday the wind was blowing, and let me tell you something about Miller's Ferry. I love it, but when you get a wind out of the north, it's bad news, son. It gets like Grenada, Steve. It gets crazy,
Man.
And I stuck a giant fish, and I had this rod behind me right here. It's a 6-foot rod, and it's pretty stiff. And when I first stuck the fish, I felt the pressure of him. I was like,
man.
He was out of the top, and I was like, and I seen it. And it come up, and it was about 4 feet from the net and turned loose. Big black crappie. Man, it was a big one. And I was just sick. And I've lost 3 of them when one of my buddies I went fishing with. But
man.
Do you deal any rods or anything there?
I used to. I'm a Genco dealer too, but the price of shipping now, it's like, it'll cost me. I usually ship them in PVC tubes. It's $22 for the tube. It ain't even worth shipping anymore.
I understand.
Yep. So I try to stay away from that. But hey, I'll grab a couple things and I'll show you guys.
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead. He got some good looking baits, Big Daddy.
I guarantee you. Have you got some? Bring some down here this weekend.
Yeah, I've got some. I got some. Like I said, I got these shad ones. He mailed my baits out yesterday. The split tails.
Yeah.
They should be here. I don't know if I'll get them before the weekend.
You ain't gonna get them before you get down here.
No. But we'll let him go get some baits. We're gonna thank some sponsors here in a little bit. I like to do it about mid-show. I don't like to do it in the first.
Hey, and I want to tell everybody tuned in, y'all should have seen old Shane Saturday at CT Ward Power Sports. Them guys are working him to death.
Oh yeah, we can share that while Steve's getting ready. Let's see.
Yeah, what I do is I have these Gamakatsu jig boxes. I don't know if you've seen them. Yeah, and they have slits in them for the jig heads.
I've seen those.
This will hold to $110.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I have a smaller one, which is the 3200 box.
Okay.
For $8.
That holds them in there all nice and neat.
Yep, exactly. Yep. You can't beat it. And it's good. You know, Gamakatsu is high-end stuff. It ain't like, you know, the cheaper stuff.
Lance is asking for some mayfly color. I've seen those by
Yeah, I can do them. Yep.
Okay, there you go, Lance.
Yep.
Steve said he can do them.
And then here's I do jig heads. A lot of the guys are wanting the steel head hooks now.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a 1/16. You know, these steel head hooks, they're unreal. You know what I mean?
They're
strong.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've messed with them yet.
No, I haven't messed. I don't know. I think me and John used some that day. Will Russian was asking, what was the name of that June bug and blue you had?
Yeah.
Flake in it.
Yep.
What's the name of that one? You got a name?
I don't name them. You know, there's so many different ones.
Yeah,
I'm like, send me a picture. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, just message Steve and you know, and see what color you like or what you want. I mean, anytime you get a custom color, it's neat. You know, it's just neat to have anyway.
Exactly.
Like you said, you got confidence in it. Hey,
yeah.
You know,
and you can have a jig. You're the only one that has that color. You know what I mean? You design it basically.
That's awesome. That's custom.
So what color flake you want and everything.
That's right. Oh, Kerry Newby, I'm gonna answer his question. I met with Corey today. I want to say Kerry every time. Corey, got it right. He's wanting to know when tying a jig on is best. He's talking about a polymer knot or a loop knot. You know, what knot do you use, Steve? A lot of times.
I use a Palomar.
Do you know a Palomar?
Yeah, I don't take no chances.
Well, you got to be careful, Corey. If the jig has a gap in it, you know where the bend is.
Right.
That loop knot will find a way out.
Right.
So a lot of people tie straight polymer.
Yeah.
You know, polymer knot, or you can tie a loop knot. I tie a lot of loops. It just depends on what head. Timmy Tom closes his up. He does really good with his heads, but you have to be careful, Corey. But it's safe to just tie a polymer and go with it. Yeah. So,
especially if you're big fish hunting, I don't want to take a chance with a fish of a lifetime.
I understand.
Yeah.
You just you cinch it down and make sure it goes on the front of the bait. That way, that bait sets level.
And I use all mustad hooks. That's all I use, and they're pretty good. Yep.
Yeah. Mustad. Well, you want to use good hooks.
Yep.
Do you sell a lot of J hooks or sickle hooks, or what do you
sell? More sickles. Yep, just people like that wider gap, you know, and mostly everyone's recreational fishermen, you know. For tournaments, I would just use a J hook, you know.
Yeah, I tie the polymer in a loop. It just depends on what bait I'm using.
Right.
I have to be careful because I've got fish up and they do that little mouth roll and it pops. That loop kind of pop right out.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Corey saying. He said he had a loop in the eye. You have to watch it. If you do that, Corey, you can take a pair of pliers and close it up.
Yeah,
but, it just depends on what you like.
Right.
You can, some people, like Tracy was saying right here, he uses those fast snaps. I know people that
I've used them. Yep.
The barrel swell. I've seen those little. Them things are so little. I have trouble seeing stuff as it is. You know, those snaps are small.
Yep.
Big time small, but
I like to simplify stuff. You know, just
you're exactly right.
Yep. I don't use a leader, but I'm going to start just trying it, you know.
Yeah, it depends on the water for me.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. Some water I've tied a uni knot and used a leader. We went to Norfolk Lake in Virginia, and that water was super clear, and we used that like there where Big Daddy from, Miller's Ferry. You don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to worry about as much though.
Yeah.
But you got so many small lakes over there where you are. You blessed. Like some of them lakes are less than 1,000 acres.
Yeah.
They got some giant crappie in them.
Oh
too.
yeah.
That's
when you can get 20 over 2.5 pounds in one day, you know.
Oh, bless. Big Daddy, you slipping off tomorrow going fishing?
I got a buddy coming down here. I've been watching this pond, them bluegill bedding on my brother's pond. We're gonna
Oh,
slip
there
down
it
there
is. That's
tomorrow
what you're
evening and
gonna
try to
like.
wear
Oh,
them
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I think me and Pull 'em in Powell might slip off Saturday and go.
Pull them in, Powell. Oh,
Yeah.
Travis, good. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You fishing this weekend there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. My anniversary's Saturday. 36 years. Yep.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. So Sunday's my fishing day.
There you go.
Yep.
That's all. You fish with SK a good bit?
Yeah,
You get
he
a
lives in
chance?
Houston. We usually meet like at Lake Fairfield and do some copper nose bluegill fishing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And copper nose get pretty big.
There you go.
But I want to go to Lake Havasu. They got 5 pound.
Man, you see where Fishing Ken was
Yeah.
just out there?
Yeah.
My God. But Big
3
Daddy, you remember
pounds.
me showing you them big red ear?
Oh
Yeah. I tell you what, I got my girl Sarah Parvin up there in Huntsville, Alabama, that runs the Slab Lab. She's trying to grow the world record. Well, I think she's backed off of that now, but she's growing them copper nose bluegills. I mean, they are huge. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
you ought to see
catching
if you
2
need
or
to
3
follow
pounds.
her. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh man, where's this on Facebook?
Yeah,
Yeah,
her name's Sarah Parvin.
Sarah Parvin. And
Okay.
She has a slab lab. She catches
Slab
some
Lab,
bluegills.
buddy.
Oh wow.
She works with a company from Montgomery called American Sports Fishing. She's got a 5-acre lake, Steve,
Mhm.
and they shock it 3 or 4 times a year and take all the little fish out.
Oh wow.
They got a heck of an operation
Oh
going on.
man. Can you fish it or just private?
No, it's private.
Uh,
It's private.
she just fishes it.
But
Yeah.
she's got YouTube, Facebook, and I mean, she's got a hell of a
Check it
following.
out. Yeah.
Of course, she's
Yeah.
good. She's easy to look at too.
Yeah, she's easy on the eyes there, Steve. So you'll see her, then you might see the brim.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, then you'll be like, man, that is a big brim. He's holding a brim a staying 2.5, 3 pounds.
Dang.
Oh, Bill Clark said he's going. His birthday's tomorrow. He's going to take old Slow Mo's Guys service fishing. He's 54 years
cool.
old. I don't know where Slow Mo's Guys is. Where is that, Steve? You know where that is?
No, I don't know.
I don't know either. I probably do, but I don't, Bill. I hope you catch a sack full tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope you do.
Yeah, they're good eating too.
Yeah, Tracy Humor, he just sent me a picture of the ones he used. Some hand ties. He's gonna send you a picture. He said, see if you can match them. So
Okay, yeah. Number 10s. Yep.
oh, there it is.
Yep.
Corey said Slow Mo's and he's in Georgia. So
Okay.
good for him, man. Hey, hopefully the wind calmed down. The wind's been
Yeah.
hell over here for days, man.
Yeah, what
Right
I've
your
been
way.
doing for them copper nose, I use a 1/16 ball head with a number 8 sickle. And I'll
Okay.
paint the head black and a hand tie all black. And it smokes them.
Black,
There you
all
go,
black.
Big Daddy.
All
There you go,
black.
Big Daddy.
Black feather, black chenille, black head.
I'm using a 1/8, what is it, a double tree crappie magnet
Uh-huh.
head, just a lead head, and some of that Bass Pro Shop plastic with the curly tail. And
Even my 1-inch bait and a solid chartreuse, bluegill killers.
yeah,
That little 1-inch. Yep.
Okay,
It's
1
big.
inch. So that's a little bitty.
Yeah, a little
That's a
tiny
little-
thing.
I
Yep.
tell you what, I like to use those big baits so where them little ones don't bother.
Right, right.
If one chomps down on that 1/8, it's a good one.
So this that's your 175 bait right there.
Yep, 175. Yep.
I use that a lot. And guys,
Yeah.
look, you got a shad spawn happening right now in Alabama. These
Yeah.
are going to be hot.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
the 1st of June when them
Yeah.
fry get to run around. Those
Yeah, I'll show
probably
you.
start
I'll show
wearing
you
them
one
out.
of these. I'll take a 1-inch out of the package. You're gonna be like, man, that's so small. You can't
Just
even
show
put
me
them in
this.
the-
Show me this, Jay. I'm looking.
Yeah. Let me get a hook.
I forgot to tell everybody if I didn't. My co-host John's on Lake Mitchell. I'm glad Clifford reminded me. He don't have service worth a flip down there where he's at. So
Yeah, that's that little 1-inch.
yeah, Lord, look at
It's
that. Big man.
tiny.
Golly. That's
Little
like
fry.
them little old packs I got. I showed you.
Yeah.
I think that might be your bait. I wish I had them.
Little tiny.
Yeah.
I do any color, custom colors.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I just can't do a tail color on it. It'll be the top and bottom.
I got you.
Yeah.
John will be back next week, Clifford. he don't have a service worth a flip down there, and when he's at Lake Mitchell, they getting ready to fish the Crappie Masters Saturday.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to see if I missed any questions. Y'all keep firing them at us, and we got a question on the loop knots, and that's what Sonny's asking me. I'm not fishing the tournament. Yeah, I'm not fishing the tournament at Mitchell, Sonny. I've got some guiding to do Saturday, but
cool.
John's gonna be there and Aaron's gonna be there. So So you say you're fishing Sunday?
Yeah,
Steve?
Sunday. Yep, Sunday.
No, Holden, it's not the championship, buddy. It's not the championship. They have championships in June. This is the last regular season, Holden.
You fish tournaments at all?
I do fish a little bit of tournaments. I really, what happened, I got to catching some fish down there with Big Daddy, and I got booked quick.
We can't get rid of him. We can't get rid of him down here, Steve.
Oh, man.
Hey, I come down there, and hey, them fish they're plentiful, and there's a lot of them. So when they bite 99% of the time, you can catch a lot of fish.
Yeah. You guys cast a lot or more vertical?
Yeah, I cast a lot. Yeah. Most everybody that I carry, that's what I do. I do this like Eric. Eric showed me the casting, and I got pretty accurate at it, and that's the way I prefer to catch them. Yeah. I will break out the long rod some, but I usually don't have to. So
Right.
Are you a long rod or are you a caster?
Yeah, long rod.
Do you use a long rod?
I cast, but not that much. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everything. I like timber fishing mostly.
Right. You're fishing a lot of standing timber there.
Lake
Y'all
Ford.
blessed with plenty of it down there.
Yeah.
Y'all blessed with plenty of I got old Big Daddy. He's a casting too. He'll cast at them.
Yeah. I tell you what I used to do though, what we started doing was I was originally a riverbank fisherman. We would fish on that riverbank in 15, 20 foot of water, just bottom dropping I use a 10-foot Sam Heaton ultra super sensitive rod. And I'm going to tell you, that's the way we did it. I resisted those jigs for years and years and years. But once those North Alabama boys started coming down here with those hand-tied weedless jigs and tearing us up, I had to make an adjustment. I had to do it. And now, since I've met Shane, and Shane has showed me so many techniques, and the forward-facing sonar, that changed everything.
Yeah, the live scope has changed a lot, man. It's crazy. Like I was telling Big Daddy last Saturday, me and Travis went out and mashed them pretty good, and you couldn't see the fish separate from the cover. So when you drug a jig through there, they would release. And I mean, it was, I got to send that picture on here. Man, I forgot to do that, Big Daddy. I'm going to do it right now. It was actually the cover, but I'll share it with you guys. We got into them pretty good.
Well, I tell you, Shane taught me so much, Steve, about my life, because I invested in the live scope and put it on a pole to start with, and bought one of those high-priced Tarova trolling motors, and the transducer for a live scope has got to be on your shaft of your trolling motor, and to make it even better, you got to have one of them perspective mounts to put it on. And I tell you what, it's him and who was that guy? You and Scott Mitchell taught me into getting rid of that Tarova and getting me one of those.
Scott chases them like
trolling motor. And Shane set it up, set my live scope up, my transducer, and I'm gonna tell you, it's just like night and day. Once you get it dialed in, I mean, it's no use to spend that kind of money and not have it the way you can.
Yeah, that's right.
Know what you're doing.
People like yourself, Steve, that sell electronics, and you can help them tune it in.
Yeah,
what to set it up. That's a big thing too. You can call, hey, Steve, I got this in. Now Bill Valentine, he's asking about this Live Scope Plus. That's the new. Is that the 34? The new 62?
Yeah, that's the 34.
That's the 34. Okay.
The other one's the XR.
XR. Okay.
That's
the
what's
Live Scope Plus is a 34. The LVS 34.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the latest.
The latest one. Wait till you see the next thing Garmin's going to come out with. They're going to be like, what I mean? You think about it. What's next? Live Scope 360.
Oh,
they're coming. You can bet on that. Steve.
Yeah.
They're coming with a Live Scope. I guarantee you.
They want more money.
Pretty close, but That's awesome. But yeah, I was going to share this picture. We was talking about Saturday. I went to CT Ward and I was dialing in live scopes. You can see me right there. I had terrible customers.
He had them lined up.
Oh man.
I dialed some in, and then me and Travis went down the river and we put a mashing on them, son.
Oh yeah.
We caught some good fish, and that's one of my buddies. He really don't crappie fish a lot, but the bug.
He ain't never crappie fished for a half a dozen times in his life, and now he's a pro.
Hey, Steve, he's bit now. He's bit bad.
Oh yeah.
He done really good and caught a bunch of nice fish. And
sign your paycheck over.
He's already talking about selling his tractor and his sawmill, buying him a live scope.
Yep.
He's already got a nice boat. He's a big jug fisherman. He catfishes a
lot. Okay.
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does good. He's a good old fella. Hey, Steve, let's see. Michael Smith wants to know. He says, do you have the standard off-the-shelf colors too, or are they all custom colors?
I have them off the shelf. A lot of people would say, hey, send me a sample pack of 7 colors. And I just, I'll pick the best 7, and they'll be like, man, this is the one I love. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep, you got your standard monkey milk color and your black and chartreuse and all that stuff. And then
white and chartreuse, bluegrass. Yep.
So you got your standard colors, Mike, but he's saying that he mixes any custom color, and that's what's good about them. You pour them like, I know when you text me and say, hey, I'm pouring your baits tonight. This is what you want to go with. And I'm like, yes, sir, that's what I want.
Yep.
So,
I
don't know anybody in the industry is doing that, guys. I'm sorry.
No, I don't either. I've never heard of it.
Whatever color you want, you know what I mean? And whatever profile. If you want a 1 inch in that color, you want a 2 inch, if you want an 1.5 inches, 1 3/4, whatever color, or I want one of each size, no problem.
Like Will's saying, custom flake in it too. I mean, good Lord.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want some silver flake in a black chartreuse. I mean, whatever.
Yep, exactly.
That's awesome. So most of your bigger baits you can add the flake to, right?
I can add flake to any of them.
Any of them, 1 inch.
Yeah, that little 1 inch has flake in it.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you look at it real close, the black has red flake in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it there.
Yep. The black has red flake in it. I've had good luck with that's like a black with a green chartreuse. It's pretty common.
Oh yeah, I know they make an avocado that color.
I make a shad in that 1 inch. Oh man, that's a smoker.
Well, see what I've learned to do, and I'll share it with everybody. When those crappie are just coming up and just barely tapping your bait, they're kind of half butt sucking on it.
Right.
I'll go to a smaller bait and put a split shot above it. That way, when they come up and do that suck job, it's down in their throat.
Yep, exactly.
They're not going to come up there and do that little half butt bite.
Yep.
And I had to do it in Florida a few weeks ago at Easter. The fish kept coming up and they would just bump my bait. And I'm like, well, you're not getting it. So I downsized that bait. Matter of fact, I went down to your 1.75, that exact bait.
Yep.
And I put a split shot above it and walked it down to them. And when they come up to do that little old thump, they got it.
Yep, exactly.
So Bill Lolly wants to see. He's like, wow, make sure you get his website or number so we can message. It's down in the comments. Big Daddy's tag.
I just posted it again.
It's right here, guys. It's in there. It's in there several times.
Yep. And if you don't have Facebook, then you could just it's limitstackle@gmail.com.
Okay, there you
go.
go.
You can just email me. Yep.
There you go, Bill. Like I said, he's got some cool baits. I've got some in my hand. I've got some more on the way.
Yep.
Get on there and get your favorite baits. And everybody knows, man, there's a bunch of baits that catch fish, but whatever you got confidence in, and you're going to do business with people you like. So it I got confidence in that bait. I'm going to use it.
Exactly.
And that's a great tip too.
Like
if you went out there and sacked them.
Yep. Go out with a friend and you're like, you break off. You're like, what am I going to use? You always go to what you have confidence in.
There you go.
You're not going to pick something that, oh man, I'm going to use this.
I'm going to pick up. No, you're not going.
Yep.
Like I'm going to throw this one color. And if they look at it funny, I'm going to have to change. And then if I change, I'm like, well, I'm going to have to find some more fish that want to bite these. They're being butts about it. So they're being butts about it.
Yep.
Steve, I'm going to thank my sponsors. We're about 30 minutes in.
Okay. Yep.
I'm going to thank them real quick. It won't take me a minute. Okay. Then we'll come back to it, guys. Y'all get y'all's questions ready.
Yep.
I'm going to thank our sponsors, and we're going to roll through this since we got 40 people. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm going to thank them real quick.
All right.
Here we go. Mr. Tommy Layton at Alabama Metal Roofing Supplies. He's located in Birmingham, but services most of North Alabama and Central Alabama. Metal roofing accessories, residential, commercial buildings. Great guy. Trust is anything, any questions you got with metal you're unsure of, give Tommy a call. Great guy. Let me hide that. Let me get rid of this brand here. I've actually done I got to get rid of that comment while I think all these other. There we go. Let me go back to our sponsors. There we go. Lay Lake Sunset Cabin. Mr. Ray Moore's got one of the beautiful places on Lay Lake you've seen in Alabama. That view right there is unbelievable. He's got it like an Airbnb type place. Real reasonable. You probably can't get a hotel for what you can spend down there. Stay the weekend, get your wife and your boat, go down there and catch a limited crappie. Awesome place. Ray Morris, Talladega Springs, Alabama. It's right there in Peckerwood Creek if you're familiar with Lay Lake. Good guy. I appreciate him being a sponsor. And CT Ward Power Sports. They're a Excel Bay Pro and Stalker side console and center console Hurricane deck boat, Godfrey pontoon, and Hustler lawnmowers. They sold a few lawnmowers Saturday. Great guy. Him and Jessica are good people. I spent the Saturday with them. They fed us and sold a few lawnmowers and had a bunch of people. They got a big inventory, guys. Mercury, Yamaha dealer, service work, anything you need. Awesome. Awesome. And I can do that. I can lean to the side. My buddy D. Robinson right here, Alpha Plumbing. He just done some plumbing work here at the house. Great guy. He supports everything. He's actually going, I can't let the cat out of the bag, but he's going to sponsor some things around Alabama for some crappie tournaments. So cool. We'll be talking about that. He's a good guy. I just spoke with him earlier. He's trying to get involved, and he wants you. You always got to have a good plumber. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah. Stuff goes wrong. You want one you can trust and not rip you off. Right. That's deep. Yeah. Let's go back to some comments here. Yeah, let's see if we're missing everything. There's the email. If you don't have Facebook, there's a lot of people watching on YouTube here. I thank everybody coming on YouTube for that. This is Lance. This is Lance is telling. He said, "Hey guys, I would like to take time to thank all you for taking the time to make them better fishermen. The willingness to be open and share your knowledge is uncommon these days. I know it takes a lot of time to do this. BDL saying and every guest, we want to thank you, man. I appreciate it, Lance. That's what we do it for, man. Like, I mean, if we would be talking crappie if we was on the phone anyway. Yeah, exactly. You know, if I call Steve and we're talking about fish. Yeah. It's a big sharing community, and I got a lot of buddies that bass fish, and they don't share too much, and I understand why.
And I tell you what, I've been promoting Lake Miller's Ferry for 40 years, and I ain't never seen enough crappie fishermen fishing on it.
Man, that's exactly right, and that's right. It's a good destination. Somebody was asking for a crappie report. I'm glad you reminded me, Big Daddy. Hang on, let me see right here. I seen somebody asked for it. I don't know if I can get back to it or not. Somebody was asking about it at Miller's Ferry. Again, most of those fish are on secondary stuff. What I mean by secondary is covered off the bank, 8, 10, 12 foot of water. They're probably that way with you too, aren't they, Steve?
Yep, I fished no deeper than 14 foot today.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But that Bill Valentine, that may be who asked the question. Yeah. Give us some crappie holes on Miller's Ferry. He wants to give him some holes, Big Daddy.
Yeah, I saw Shane, we last night, you wasn't on with us last night. Me and Joe Allen was solo. And one of the questions that was asked last night was, have the spawn on Miller's Ferry over with?
Oh yeah, it's over with for sure. You know, everybody thinks they have eggs in them, they're still spawning, but they carry those eggs till September. They'll dissolve in their belly. Yeah. They'll be flat and empty, and you can tell when they're bulging out. You know, when they have eggs in them, but they should be done spawning. Hopefully they got a good spawn in. I'm noticing more and more since live scope, a lot of fish spawn. They don't go to the bank. They spawn off the water. Right. You run into that, Steve, down there where you are?
Yep. Same thing.
They don't go to the bank to spawn. They actually spawn on timber.
Yeah, 20 foot of water. Sometimes 20 foot of water on Lake Fork, they'll spawn.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane, Nicholas Duckchuck asked this.
Nicholas, I know Nick.
he said if fish take the bait from below, why does the color on the back matter? And I've heard you talk about that before.
What do you think, Steve? He said if the fish
I
take the
talk
bait
about
from
the
below.
same thing. What I do is if I have a two-tone bait, I'll flip it upside down sometimes. You know what I mean? You're actually getting two baits in one when you think about it.
Right.
You go chartreuse or you have a blue. Sometimes
when they look at that profile from below, they're looking at that, like he's saying, they're looking at that profile from below. I think they get a hue of the top of the color too. And their eyeballs are 3D.
Right.
I think they get a hue of it. And something in that color makes them bite that jig.
Right.
I'm throwing a jig in there and they come up and run back, and I'm throwing a different color and they swallow it.
Yep.
And there's certain days that color does not matter. I'll get that.
I think a lot of it's the penetration of the sun, how deep that goes in the water. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, like you said, if you got the sun, you got a big flake in your bait.
Right.
That makes a big difference to me.
Especially when it's dropping. Yep.
Like I said, I've thrown a black and chartreuse hand tie by the stump, big crappie come up, look at my bait, go right back down.
Yeah.
I'll flip the red and white one in there, swam it by there, and she swallowed it.
Yep, exactly.
Same fish. I know it's the same fish. That's you're just like, never mind. You can't. Crappie do what they want to, and they know where they are 100% of the time, and they're not doing anything by mistake.
If you can catch 90% of them, you're doing good.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. I'm sure you run into that too. There's certain days they don't want to do anything.
Right.
And
then it's a certain time they're on fire.
Well, like right now, you got a full moon. Fishing in the evening stinks. In the middle of the day, it's great.
Right.
But fishing in the when you look up, the moon's bright and it's 5 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
I'm not saying you're gonna be catching some fish. So
right.
Mark Bolin, I'm glad you brought this up, Mark. He said, "What are your thoughts on sin?" I'm becoming a firm believer in having sin. I use sin a lot.
Yeah, I believe.
I've been using that Posky fire gel a lot, especially Eric uses it. And once you get that bait smelling like fish, it probably doesn't make a hill of beans. But,
right.
But I think that fish, that scent goes through those fish's gills, and it may trigger them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the.
I think it makes a difference.
I believe it does. If that fish is chasing a bait and he gets a little something, a hint of something, it might make him react. I mean, who knows? But
I just need him to hold on to it for 1 second. You know what I mean? So I don't need 3 seconds. 1 second's good enough for me.
To fill that hook. But Bill Valentine, he's asking for some holes. Big Daddy was saying they're catching a few fish on the main river, Bill.
Yeah, the main river's in play right now.
Main river's in play, buddy. I'm sure I don't fish the main river a lot, but I need to stop by and check a couple of brush tops, because the good news is the river's about normal pool and they're not ripping it too bad.
Right.
It's barely got some current. You got a lot of rivers you fish down there, Steve?
No, I don't really fish rivers. Mostly
it's
just
all
lakes.
Yeah. Yep. We're blessed with a few rivers, and some of them they call lakes, but they have current. So
right.
To me, it makes you a better fisherman, because it does change a lot.
Right.
It changes a bunch.
Yep.
Let's see if I'm missing anything.
I see what Chad Gilliland said, that he'll be down there in the fall. Prairie Creek and Swift Creek. That's in the Alabama River. Yeah. That's one lake up from Miller's Ferry.
That's one lake up. That's
Chad. Right. But I can tell you this: it's some. When Crappie Masters came up there at the Alabama River the first year they came. This was before they went to Grenada. Right. They had the record up there in the Alabama River.
Yeah, they had the weight record.
Ever caught.
Yeah, they caught some big fish up there. They sure did. They caught some giant fish up there. That's above Jones Bluff, right, Big Daddy?
That's right. Prairie Creek's your first landing above Jones Bluff. Got a nice campground, and I'm gonna tell you, me and old Dennis Willett, that's about halfway between Camden and Prattville where Dennis lived, and we used to meet there and put in at Prairie Creek. And buddy, we tore up some big crappie too up there. Sure did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's before we even knew what we was doing.
Yeah. Steve, you fish Lake Fork a lot?
Yeah, I fish Lake Fork. Yep. You should come down, man. I'll take you to Fork.
Hey, I'm gonna have to wait till November now, because I know what happens in November.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell him that, Steve, because he'll be there this weekend.
Just don't come Saturday.
Yeah, you got an anniversary Saturday.
Yeah.
Y'all going out to eat and all that good stuff?
Yeah.
That's
My
awesome.
son has a prom that day, so he
Okay.
can go do his thing and we can go to dinner. So
That's awesome.
yep.
That's good. Yeah, Texas. So you are blessed. That's where
yeah.
Steve's and Limits Tackle's based out of,
Yep.
guys. Is
Yep.
Texas. If you're just tuning in, Steve makes custom baits, custom colors, Limits Tackle. The links in the comments. You can find it there. We've been talking about a lot of things. We've been talking about these pit bull braid cutters.
Yep.
These are awesome. If y'all just now joining us,
give
him a demonstration. Give him another demonstration, Shane.
yeah, I'll show you. Hey, I'm telling you.
You
John
got to
Fulmer
see it
turned
to
me on
believe
these.
it.
It's on, that braid is hanging down there, and look, you just barely touch it. Gone.
Man.
Gone. I mean, they're so sharp, guys.
Yep.
I'm not sponsored by them, but I like good stuff, and I like to share good stuff, and nothing worse than a pair of cutters that won't cut braid. And scissors and everything else. Them pit bull.
Yeah. The best ones that I've had before those pit bulls, 6 cents makes a good little sizzle. But nothing compares to those
this
pit
thing
bulls.
right here is unreal.
Man.
Hopefully Steve's gonna get him on his Limits Tackle.
I'm gonna call him tomorrow. Yeah.
He's gonna get on there. I like I said, we're all about sharing.
Yep.
And hopefully we can get everybody using these things. They're neat. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by them. I just like people to use good products, man.
Yep.
You know, just like these baits. Steve giving away 3 packs of baits.
Yep.
Y'all didn't hear?
Yeah.
I'll figure out how we're gonna randomize something. So I'm gonna send Steve the address, and Steve's gonna ship them
and
to
I'll
you.
mail them. Yep.
I mean, he's giving away 3 baits first time on the show. That's awesome.
Yep.
And y'all check them out. Limits Tackle. Yep. I think the link's up here. I'll find the link.
Yeah, it's on there. I saw it.
Let's see. There it is. That's on Facebook, guys.
Yep.
It's in the comments there. Limits Tackle.
Yeah.
Steve, and every time I message him, he messaged me back. He's like, "Hey, I'm pouring your baits."
Yeah.
He pours custom colors.
Yeah, exactly.
So these are custom. So you get any color you can imagine that he can match it, and that's big in the crappie industry, man.
You want to show that crappie something that's never seen before.
Right, exactly. You know, that's just neat. That's just
I did some black tops with some monkey milk bellies the other day. They look pretty good.
I haven't seen that. That looks good. I bet that show's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that is good. That lemon lime you got right there. Show them that lemon lime color.
Oh, where'd it go?
That color I like. I know you had them right there.
Yep, right here. Yep, I got them right here.
Show them that lemon lime color.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
So that's kind of like a John Deere kind of color.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Man, I like that.
Yeah.
You like that water gets stained. That's a nasty bait.
That shad with the chartreuse tails.
Okay, I like that. That's the one I got in my hand with the chartreuse tail.
Yep.
Give a little contrast. That's good looking too.
And then that's that 1 inch, little 1 inch fry.
1 inch fry.
Yep.
So you think your number one seller is monkey milk color?
That black and chartreuse is popular.
Right.
I asked the guy today, "Hey, what color are you using?" Black, and I threw him a pack. Oh man, thanks, man. No one's ever gave me baits on the lake before. You know what I mean? Hey, try them out.
Well, that's how you get people to buy them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, just like giving away on the show, somebody's gonna win these baits, and they're gonna be like, "Hey,
right."
You know, Don's asking right here. He's asking, do y'all fish straight tails or swirly tail jigs? I used to throw curly tail jigs all the time. I'm a straight tail guy now. So.
Right. Yep. Straight tail. Yep.
Yeah. Will's he said there's a June bug with a red shad. I guess he's talking about a red shad and a June bug. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I could do it. Yep. No problem.
There you go, Will. I mean, come on, man. A June bug and red. I mean, just pulled that now. Just pulled it out of the. That's awesome. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, I had a June bug.
You just pour crappie baits. You don't pour. You got any worms or anything like that?
No, I was gonna do it, but then you're gonna cut into my fishing time. You know what I mean? I got a limit.
Because some bass guy wins a tournament on your worm. That's it for him.
I tournament fished for a while. I'm a Texas State champion, Angle of the Year. You know, awesome. I did. 2019. We won. I think it was 5 out of 8 tournaments. We won the state championship. Yeah.
Man.
Yep. That was before live scope. So that's when you really had to work at it.
I got you. Bill Valentine's wanting to know the action. Y'all see that?
Oh,
You see that
good.
tail,
Yep.
Bill? Look,
Yep.
you see that tail?
Yep. And if you
That
want
thing
them
got some action.
softer, I could do them softer for you if you want.
Look at that,
you
Bill.
get the
I'm just
choice.
barely
Yep.
touching that thing. So
Yep.
it has a lot. Wayne
Yep.
Edgeworth was one about old John. John's not on the show, Wayne. Wayne, he don't have a good service. He's staying at Mitchell. They're catching a lot of fish right now, and they're having trouble finding good fish, but they're catching a ton of fish. So hopefully he'll do good and get him and Jessica find some big fish, or they're gonna have to catch a lot of fish and weed them out. So
Yep.
Wayne Edgeworth tearing them up down Lake Mitchell.
Yeah, that's right. I seen him up there. I seen some guys trolling up there for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's deadly now. I want to get in that boat with him one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne fishes a lot. I seen some guys up there yesterday. See if I missed any question, man. I don't want to miss anything.
Will Russian want to know what I was doing. Somebody asked me that I know Archie Phillips. He had the first TV show, outdoor TV show in Alabama. And it was a guy down in Bruton named Ken Tucker that had the Sportsman Showcase. And they used to do a lot of hunting and fishing and filming in Camden, Miller's Ferry. And both of those guys told me that it was a good market in Camden, Selma, Thomasville to start an outdoor radio show. And they're the ones that encouraged me to start. So I give Archie Phillips and Ken Tucker credit for me starting the outdoor broadcast.
How long you been doing it, Big Daddy? How long you been doing the radio and the outdoor stuff?
I have been doing radio probably for 20 years. I've been promoting the outdoors for 40 years. I opened up a bait shop in 1979, Big Daddy's Bait Shop. That's Lofton's Bait Shop now. And it's I've been at this outdoor stuff a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how long you been doing the bait stuff there, Steve? Been building
baits? A little over 5 years.
So you just recently retired from the military. Everybody needs to thank you for his services.
25 years, and I did 10 years.
And now you're
then 10 years with
full time now.
Yep. No, I wouldn't say full time. I don't want to be that busy. 3/4. I want to at least get a quarter of fishing.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
that's what you do all that work for in the military. Retired.
Yeah,
you're like John enjoys himself. He really does.
Yeah.
So custom color baits, limits tackle. I mean, it's I guess any color combination you can imagine.
Yep.
I mean,
imagine whatever you.
Mulberry. Travis Lee wants to know about mulberry color.
Yeah, Travis Lee's asking about a mulberry color. I don't know what color that is.
Just send me a picture and you got it. Yep.
Travis, there it is. Send the man a picture.
Yep.
Send the man a picture. You know, that's about as good as it gets. We're going. Steve's giving away 3 packs of baits.
Yep.
I'll pick a random winner out of here, and we'll give them away before next Thursday. And he said he's going to mail them to you. So
I'll take care of the shipping and everything.
We appreciate you doing that, Steve. That's big time, man.
Yep.
We appreciate you doing that.
That's the least I could do. You know what I mean? Let's share the crappie love, out there.
He said it's maroon and black body with a chartreuse tail. That's what he said it is.
Yeah, no problem. Yep.
He said, no problem, Travis. You heard the man.
Yeah.
and I do want to say, Shane, before we go, I'm not sitting in for John and Jessica now. You wanted something to bounce off of, and I told you I'd come on here where you have something to bounce off of.
John doesn't have service where he's at, so I wanted Big Daddy come in here and help everybody just hear my voice all the time.
Yeah.
So, I like I said, man, I appreciate Big Daddy being on here too.
Yeah.
So Steve's at Limits Tackle. All his information is in the comments, guys. Can make any color bait you can imagine. I mean, heck. So I don't think I'm missing anything that I know of. There's people.
They still popping up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll share his link on my Facebook too. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Somebody's asked me about my Lake Talcon. Man, Michael, I ain't been to Lake Talcon since Easter. But I'll tell you what, there's still a lot of fish down there, and you may have to wade through them. But, hey, Get you a small bait and a split shot above it. That's what I had to do when I was down there when they got crazy. I got me a smaller bait, small profile bait, and if they come up and bumped it, they got it. I missed a lot of fish till I figured that out. So, Michael, hopefully that gives you a little tip. I did catch some on some main docks, or some docks on the main lake. So, hopefully that helps you. But there's a lot of fish on some timber down there right now. A lot of fish. Man, I thank everybody for being on here. Thank you, Big Daddy, for coming on here and sitting with us.
Yeah, and Jordan, and nice to meet you, Steve. We'll hook up and do a podcast so long.
Big Daddy's gonna go with you. You can go into more detail about
just give him my number.
Yeah.
I will. I'll get y'all hooked up. As a matter of fact, you stay on here, Steve, when I end the broadcast, and we'll y'all can get hooked up, man.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, guys. We're gonna give away 3 packs of Limits Tackle baits, and I'll pick a winner out of these things, and we're gonna be here next Thursday and go over some fishing report and see who the guest is going to be. We'll get Steve back on here. Hopefully get some feedback. Off this show, and I'm sure he will. There's a lot of people that follow this thing and get some baits and go catch some more fish and find out how tough these baits really are.
Exactly.
And I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay on here, Big Daddy, and I'll end this podcast. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for sponsors.
Take care, guys.
Appreciate it, Steve.
Yep.
I'll see you guys. Thank you.
All right.